necessary to excel in your academic and professional journey. As you know, this event is brought to us by IEEE CIS SBC GHRCE, a community dedicated to advancing innovation and technology for the benefit of humanity. Our chapter focus on computational intelligence covering neural network, genetic algorithms, fuzzy systems, and more under the umbrella of artificial intelligence. We are incredibly grateful for our support, our mentor, Dr. Sachin Untawade, Director of in your GHRC and professional journey. Professor, as you know, this event is chapter advisor was by IEEE that has made a lot a community, and we are grateful for their constant support. Without further ado, let me introduce you to our esteemed speaker for this event. First, we have Mr. Atharva Khedkar. Atharva is an ex-intern at HackerRank and currently a PhD graduate research assistant at Arizona State University. His experience and insight into the world of internship and research will be incredibly valuable to all of us. Next, we have Mr. Rohit Ingole. Rohit is ex-intern IHUB IIT Roorkee, Vice Chair at IEEE CIS SBC GHRC, has authored 3 research papers and 1 journal paper. He will guide you through the process of conducting impactful research, crafting, compiling research paper. Let's give them a warm welcome. Now, allow me to introduce our amazing and hardworking team. Mr. Srishal Mungse, Chair IEEE CIS, Aditya Karanjikar, Secretary IEEE CIS, Rohit Ingole, Vice Chair IEEE CIS, Kevalan Gode, Treasurer IEEE CIS, Sujal Pal, Webmaster IEEE CIS, Veer Kashif Ali, Marketing Lead IEEE CIS. Our hardworking volunteers and execoms, Bharat Joshi, Sagar Pojge, Mayur Gotmare, Nikhil Sarve, Vishal Ambule, Mohit Raut, Amit Das, Tanmay Devdhari, and Bishwajit Malik. With a special appreciation for the event leads, Mohit Raut and Bishwajit Malik, for working behind the scene to make this event possible. I know you all are very excited to get on the roller coaster of research and internship. This season, this session focus on bringing the gap between research, prac- practical internship experience, ensuring you are well equipped to discover opportunities, apply your skills, and thrive in your chosen fields. So let's begin this session with our speaker, Mr. Atharva Khedkar.
Hey, thank you for the warm introduction, guys. You guys can hear me, right? No?
Yes.
Can anyone give
Yeah.
me a quick confirmation? Yeah, great. Awesome. All right. I'm going to share my screen. Let me know when it's visible.
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Ignore the template at first because I'm too lazy to create presentations. So I just copied it from the last presentation I had in my laptop. So there's that. And second thing, can we just do a quick poll? Just let me know how's college treating you. Easy, hard, medium, boring, learning nothing new. Like, just let me know the gossip in probably a word or two. And you guys can use the chat box for this. I just want to keep this like a bit interactive rather than just me saying something and you won't like you'll just hear it from one ear and like remove it from the other. It's interactive. You guys can ask me questions in between. Like like with the organizers that the chat box available to audience, right? Oh yeah, I guess it is. Okay, fifth, third, seventh. All right. Um, so I see majority are from fifth semester. Great. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. Like, uh, who is from which semester now? Okay, lots of persons as well. Great. Okay. So let's begin. So let's say for all the six and like seven semester students, how's the placement season going? Did you get placed yet, or like the companies are still coming? I think they'll just start to come, right? Uh, so how's the placement rating you at GHRC or GHRIT or wherever you're from? I am doing a CS PhD at Arizona State University in the US. Before this, I was doing BTech in AI from our very old. Also, like I had an interview with Microsoft, which obviously didn't go too well because now I'm doing CS PhD, obviously, and I didn't want that or whatever the reason may be. But previously, I've given an interview with Microsoft Teams, so like I think I can let you guys know what you want. So before we get deep into it, let's get a few things clear. When you try to get internship at any college, probably they're gonna say this. Let's say like let it be internship or let it be a full-time job. I think you'll have to become Atmanirbhar. Also, everyone will post ad that they have 100% placement guarantees, but I am not sure how valid that is. What do you guys think? We'll just see. And you'll get placements. So that's this guy telling seniors ने बोला था कि फर्स्ट में काम करूंगा तो प्लेसमेंट मिल जाएगा एंड आई डोंट थिंक उसको प्लेसमेंट मिला होगा तो करना क्या है आई टेल यू भाई आया है बता के जाएगा So first things first, set your goal. He, where do you see yourself after the college gets over? ये 4 साल हो गए तो उसके बाद what do you want to do? Do you want to go for higher education or do you want to get probably a job in FANG with some corner office and probably 1 करोड़ का मोटा package? I mean सोचने को क्या है सोचने को पैसे नहीं लगते. So you can just think whatever you want. So has anyone decided ki what they want to do? Considering you guys are from like fifth and seventh semester mostly. So if you're fine, you can tell in public, and if not, that's okay as well. I didn't think it's my DMs का option है, right? You can't just DM to me without anyone else seeing it. Zoom में है वो, so that's okay. But anyone कुछ भी decide किया है, अब तक क्या करना है? कि it's कि college की placement लेनी है and that's all. Hmm. Okay. So first thing क्या करेंगे? Just see what do you want to do. College से placement. Okay, good enough. हाँ, but उसके लिए भी थोड़ी मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. तो जहाँ पे भी देखोगे, let it be a job or let it be further education, I'd say कि उसके उसके ऊपर you'll have to choose कि तुमको करना क्या है and कैसे करना है, because these things matter a lot. So we are gonna do a internship session as shared everywhere by IEEE CIS. But to get there, we'll tell you कि क्या कैसे करना चाहिए and why this is important. Uh, is it Oh, okay. So yeah, this is a very long debated question. Thank you for asking, Ali. So he's asking, is it right to do masters directly after bachelor's or to gain some experience and then go there? I'd say फर्क नहीं पड़ता because you'll get both the crowd. अब जहाँ पे मैं भी देख रहा हूँ, so I'm doing directly PhD, not even masters from US because I knew I wanted to do it sometime in my career. So I just thought अभी मिल गया admission, so why not now? But like this is a very long debated question. I मतलब my opinion is it doesn't even matter क्योंकि मैंने दोनों देखे केसेस जिसमें डायरेक्टली जो बैचलर्स से मास्टर्स गए हैं उनको अच्छे अच्छे जॉब्स मिले हैं, दे आर गेटिंग गुड पैकेजेस एंड प्लेस्ड एंड सिमिलरली एक्सपीरियंस वाले भी. Some people say कि gap पड़ जाता है ऐसे वैसे, but I don't think it matters. I have a very personal example as well. So currently my roommate at US, he studied at IIT Kanpur, Kharagpur somewhere, and now he did his job for like 3 4 hours. Sorry, for 3 4 years. So he was in Wells Fargo. He had a very mota paisa. Okay, so that wasn't an issue, but he wanted to do PhD. So he worked there for like 3 4 years in Wells Fargo, India, Bangalore, and then he moved to US to pursue CS PhD, the same program that I am in. So that's let's say कि अगर you have that dedication कि you know you want to do it right now, just say कि go for it. It doesn't matter. All right. So if you want to go for higher education, think high. How high? This high. कि MIT और Harvard में तो admission हो ही जाएगा. It's not a big deal. And similarly, अगर placement भी चाहिए तो college placement तो होते रहेंगे, but आपको तो final job लगनी चाहिए ना. So because as you'll set this goal, उसके बाद तुम्हारी आगे की चीजें clear हो जाएगी कि let's say अगर हमको फर्दर एजुकेशन के लिए जाना है तो यू हैव टू डू दीज थिंग्स. सबसे पहले यू हैव टू शॉर्टलिस्ट यूनिवर्सिटीज, क्योंकि यूएस में तो हजारों यूनिवर्सिटीज है, उसमें से इन विच यू हैव टू अप्लाई. Finalize your program. You have to go in CS, AI, data science, electrical engineering, machine learning, like जो भी होगा उसमें भी what do you want to do? Do you want to do a master's की PhD की और भी कोई like 1 years master's program होते हैं and business वाले programs, whatever you want, वो करना पड़ेगा. You'll have to search for scholarships. Probably you'll have to give GRE. मेरे केस में it was just waived तो मैंने तो दी नहीं थी. But like it depends on universities these days. तो सब कोई को GRE चाहिए, किसी को नहीं चाहिए. Then you have to give English exam, IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo, जो भी होगा. And सबसे important of this is recommendation letters. तो most case में 3 recommendation letters लगते हैं, which kind of uh, impacts heavily on your application for getting admission in US या Canada या मतलब जहाँ पे भी हो. This is like general purpose ही हर जगह पे apply होता है most of the things. And again, you'll have to have a statement of purpose and personal statement कभी कभी. So काफी छोटी लिस्ट है, right? Easy होगा. हाँ. Similarly, अगर आपको प्लेसमेंट चाहिए होगा सो you'll have to ensure कि you have proper skills for it. अभी I don't know if this news is genuine or fake because of course as everyone else मेरी न्यूज जो आती है वो मोस्टली इंस्टाग्राम से आती है. But I saw कि I think TCS ने वैसे डाला था कि they have lots of openings like 3,000 है ऐसा कुछ तो भी था, but they don't have skilled workers. ऐसा कुछ तो भी था. So it's like they believe or they need some skilled employees that you know like they don't have to spend much on their training and they are ready for job. Oh, that's true. Okay, 80,000 openings. Police saying thank you. And yes, तेजस रैट रेस में नहीं जाना है तो जॉब बिल्कुल टाइम में जॉब कर दो. रैट रेस में तो सवाल ही नहीं उठेगा. What about masters through gate? Acha, yeah, so that's also an option. Of course, sorry, मैंने इसमें include नहीं किया. So that's kind of like straightforward option, I would say. कि gate दे दो, you'll get good masters admissions from IITs and NITs, and you can do masters from like India as well if you don't want to move abroad. तो वो भी एक अच्छा ऑप्शन है. You also get very good placements from that. उसमें भी मेरे पास एग्जांपल है. My own cousin brother, he was doing his internship at AMD, and then उसके बाद में he got a full time job at AMD. So he has a CTC of like 32 LP or something. उसने सेम किया, उसने गेट किया एंड उसका मास्टर्स हुआ है फ्रॉम VIT वेल्लोर. तो ये सारे ऑप्शंस आपके पास, बट यू हैव टू डिसाइड व्हाट सूट्स यू द बेस्ट. तो यहाँ से भी मास्टर्स करके गेट दे के लाइक यहाँ से भी गेट दे के मास्टर्स कर सकते हो, एंड दैट्स आल्सो लाइक अ वायबल ऑप्शन। बट ऑब्वियसली आप ये सब साथ में नहीं कर सकते हो। ये आपको क्लैरिटी रखनी पड़ेगी कि हे, क्या मुझे इतना पैसा निकालना है एंड लगाना है सो दैट आई कैन वर्क, कि आई कैन लाइक प्रिपेयर फॉर गेट, और आई कैन अप्लाई अब्रॉड। तो यू विल हैव टू ब्रिंग दिस क्लैरिटी बिकॉज ये काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है। Hmm. Okay, if you're applying for higher education 2-3 years after graduation, then from where do we issue recommendation letters? Okay, बताता हूँ मैं। So उसका भी straight forward है, because you are doing mass like if you have work experience and इसके बाद you are going for masters, तो in that cases what they do is, अगर 3 recommendations है तो they try to seek out to their professors at college। तो 3-4 साल भी हो गए होंगे because you have studied there for like 4 years, and मतलब इवन इफ नॉट योर कोर्स प्रोफेसर्स, बट एटलीस्ट एक या दो प्रोफेसर्स के साथ तो आई थिंक यू हैव सम गुड कनेक्शंस, लेट्स से योर एचओडी और एनी ऑफ योर डिपार्टमेंट टीचर्स। तो यू कैन ऑलवेज आस्क देम। अगर आप 10 साल बाद भी चले जाओगे यूएस में एडमिशन लेते हुए, तो यू कैन गेट रिकमेंडेशन फ्रॉम योर ग्रेजुएट डिग्रीज प्रोफेसर्स एज वेल, एंड वो एक्सेप्टेड है। सो दैट्स नॉट इशू। एंड एक रिकमेंडेशन और दो वॉट एवर इट मे बी, यू कैन गेट इट फ्रॉम करंट जॉब। बट ये जो करंट जॉब वाला एलओआर होगा, दैट वुड बी स्पेसिफिक ऑन योर वर्क प्रोफेशनली। तो I'd say get it mostly from your teachers, and like just keep one recommendation from the current job that you are in. So that's also an option, and that works, and people get admitted through this as well. Okay, I think further ed का हमने थोड़ा clear तो कर दिया है, and किसी को और कोई questions अगर हो गया, first shoot them in the chat box and I'll tell you. रिप्लेसमेंट चाहिए तो क्या करें? तो वो अभी हमने टीसीएस वाला तो देख ही लिया कि दे नीड सम स्किल लेबर। उसके बाद थोड़े से अच्छे प्रोजेक्ट्स होने चाहिए। ट्राई टू पार्टिसिपेट इन हैकेथॉन्स, जीते ना जीते कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता, बट पार्टिसिपेट, दैट्स इंपॉर्टेंट। एंड समटाइम्स यू नीड प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग या डीएसए स्किल्स। तो लाइक जनरली ऑफ कैंपस में फर्स्ट राउंड तो भी थोड़ा सा डीएसए होता है। ऑफ कैंपस में लाइक ऑनेस्टली अगर ऑन कैंपस होगा तो आई डोंट थिंक वो इतना भी हार्ड डीएसए होता है। इट्स जस्ट लूप टाइलिंग और ऐसे, मतलब सॉरी, लूप लगाना एंड ऐसे वैसे कुछ होगा। तो आई डोंट थिंक इट्स गोना बी दैट हार्ड, बट हाँ, तुम्हारा थोड़ा हाथ बैठना चाहिए उसके ऊपर। एंड देन एप्टीट्यूड लगता है ये तो बस कॉलेज प्लेसमेंट्स के लिए, कहीं और नहीं पूछेंगे तुमको एप्टीट्यूड, इट्स ओनली हियर। और इफ यू आर प्लानिंग फॉर वो द व्हाट्स कॉल्ड दैट बिजनेस डिग्री, सो उसमें भी आई थिंक दे हैव एन एप्टीट्यूड एग्जाम, आई फॉरगॉट द नेम, प्रॉब्ली जीमेट या। उसके बाद इफ यू हैव सम वॉलंटियरिंग, लेट्स से टेक्निकल ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस या फिर नॉन टेक्निकल एज वेल, बट अगर ये आपके पास होगा, यू कैन ऐड दिस इन योर रेज्यूमे एंड लाइक यू कैन सिक्योर अ गुड प्लेसमेंट। Also, networking. I come to this a lot. Networking, let it be attending and organizing events, कुछ भी हो, जैसे अभी CIS वाले कर रहे, even I am doing this. Networking is very important, and this is mostly important in colleges like IIT Himla or like third tier colleges, because हमारे पास like just think of it this way कि we are like we although we are a tier 1 college, है ना, like जो भी होगा AICTE ranking something something, but it's clear that FANG तो हमारे पास आती नहीं है प्लेसमेंट के लिए। So we have to knock their doors to make sure our resume reaches there. And वो आप कैसे करोगे? If you'll just directly take your current resume and उनके पास लेके जाओगे, तो they have like hundreds and millions of people who are doing the same thing. So they are not even gonna entertain you. तो क्या कर सकते हो? So you have to network. You have to make sure कि you attend these events. कॉलेज में तो ठीक है, your network could be limited, but कॉलेज से तुमको experience आएगा कि how you have to network, or like how like you'll get some practice of public speaking and stuff. And इससे फिर try to network in भी जैसे GitHub constellations हो रहा है, I think somewhere in India, तो वहां पे जा सकते हैं। देन अगेन नागपुर में भी अगर कोई ऐसे टेक्निकल मीटअप्स हो रहे होंगे, I think Google developer group is very active, or was very active until I graduated. But ऐसे सब events पे focus करो so that you can meet people like outside of your college or city for say. उसमें mostly people come who have good job experiences or they are working in very good companies. So, you can just reach out to them, have a good connection, and directly face to face बोल देना कि मुझे recommendation चाहिए, I have to apply for this position. And उससे like mostly 80% of the time your resume would be shortlisted and you'll get into, like you'll at least get a interview opportunity. Okay, Tejas is saying, web development 90%. Okay, 90% of you guys know web development. That's good. So what type of projects can we make to be highlighted from others? Okay. So Tejas, as a specific answer, I can't tell you, कि, hey, make this and it will just, I outshine on your resume, honestly. क्योंकि I don't know web development honestly, so मैं वैसे नहीं बोल सकता. But what I can say is uh, get inspiration from YouTube और GitHub या फिर Twitter. उस पे ना डेवलपर्स बहुत सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाते हैं एंड लाइक जस्ट सी कि कितने लोगों ने उसको अप्रिशिएट किया है. और लाइक अगर यूट्यूब पे देख रहे हो तो कितने वीडियोस बनाए, कितने वीडियोस पे व्यूज आए हैं, लाइक्स आए, व्हाटएवर. सो उससे you'll see what's trending and like you can just try to make the same thing from scratch by yourself. I don't think this is wrong क्योंकि तुम खुद भी बना रहे हो ना, you're just learning something even if you're seeing and trying to make it. या फिर उससे इंस्पिरेशन लेके just try to make something similar or any anything that you can do instead of what they have done. So these, like, you have a verified fund analysis, like this thing is working and this is not. But yeah, ensure key like you have something to tell about your project. Okay, this project is something that no one has done before. अगर आप calculator आप लेके जाओगे तो I don't think that's gonna impact much. So quickly recapping, सबसे पहले set your goal. उसके हिसाब से you have these to do lists. या तो तुमको लेफ्ट साइड की चीजें करनी है या तो राइट साइड के. एंड लाइक फर्दर एड के लिए करना है तो तुम लाइक थोड़ा सा राइट साइड का भी कर सकते हो बिकॉज कॉलेज में तो प्लेसमेंट इज लाइक कॉलेज में 6 सेम इंटर्नशिप इज कंपलसरी आई नो. तो थोड़ा तो उसके लिए फाइट मारना ही पड़ेगा. सो यू विल हैव टू लाइक जगल बिटवीन दीज. बट दिस इज इन टू एंड कंप्लीट लिस्ट. अगर आपको लाइक लेफ्ट और राइट कुछ भी करना है तो दीज आर द थिंग्स दैट यू नीड. अब आई हैव अ कंप्लीट लिस्ट कि मुझे क्या लगता है माइट बी बेस्ट फॉर यू कि फर्स्ट सेकंड थर्ड फोर्थ ईयर में क्या करना चाहिए. एंड आई ऑल्सो शेयर दिस पीपीटी विद यू गाइस, तो लाइक प्रॉब्ली IEEE के साथ, सो दे कैन फॉरवर्ड दिस टू ऑल ऑफ यू एंड यू कैन लाइक रिफर टू इट लेटर. बट अभी आई डोंट थिंक फर्स्ट ईयर के यहाँ पे कोई है, राइट? सो एनीवेज फर्स्ट ईयर में आपको कुछ करना तो है नहीं. इट्स जस्ट ऑल अबाउट एक्सप्लोरेशन, गेटिंग हैबिचुअल टू द कॉलेज लाइफ, मेकिंग न्यू फ्रेंड्स. सोच लो एज आई टोल्ड यू इंटरेस्ट क्या करना है. आपको डेवलपमेंट पसंद है या आपको फर्दर एड करना है, या फिर आप टॉली जैसे चाय भी खोल सकते, लाइक चाय की टपरी भी खोल सकते हैं. आई थिंक भी काफी ट्रेंडिंग है. Ensure कि you are connecting with your seniors, थोड़ा घूम लो, एंजॉय करो, बट मोस्टली फाइंड योर इंटरेस्ट एंड एक्सप्लोर करो कि यू कैन ट्राई वेब डेवलपमेंट, यू कैन ट्राई साइबर सिक्योरिटी, डेटा है, जो भी पसंद आ रहा है हर एक को थोड़ा थोड़ा टेस्ट आउट कर लो एंड सी व्हाट डू यू फाइंड द बेस्ट. एंड एट द एंड ऑफ दिस ईयर, फर्स्ट ईयर, उसके बाद सी व्हाट यू वांट टू डू लाइक करियर वाइज, either on campus placement or off campus placement or like further education. So I don't think first year se koi hai, so we won't waste much time here. And question, okay. May I learn GSA using Python? Yeah, obviously. I also had like I also had interest in Python only. So मैंने भी DSA वगैरह जो भी किया था Python में किया था. I didn't know, मतलब we did I think oops in C++, but that was only for the course. So I didn't continue. I also did DSA in Python only. So everywhere, let's say on or off campus, wherever you will have coding, coding rounds. So they'll have that ID will have an option of Python, and I think like it's very easy to do it in Python. So that's why it's good. So any language, I would say it doesn't matter. Python में कर लो, C++ में कहीं पे भी कर लो. And how to find internships? Yeah, we'll get to that. This is all built up for that only. So uske liye, like to do, like first you have your goal, then of course you'll have to do interns and everything. वो कैसे करना है, we'll cover this next. But उसके अलावा again first year में what you can do is ये सब कर लिया, and I'd say try to join some technical organizations. So Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors is one of them. मैंने उनका PPT छाप लिया तो I'll have to say something about them. So like try to join this organization. IEEE CIS इन्होंने मुझे इनवाइट किया था, इनका भी एक फ्री प्रमोशन करा देते हैं. And also there's GDSC and there's yeah CIS GDSC and जो भी organizations on campus available होंगे, just try to join those. So what I did for MLSA is how do I copy this? Okay, I'll give the link for the slides later on. But what I'll say is कि जब मैं share करूँगा तब देख लो, because I can't copy this link right now. Let me try again. Oh no. Let it be. So because I am a MLSA, I know their perks. So why it's very good is because they have a very active student networks. बहुत सारे students हैं all over India and abroad, and they are Microsoft Launch Student Ambassadors, and वो continuously काम करते रहते हैं, like they organize events and stuff. So that's very helpful. And also another thing is they give you Microsoft 365 subscription. Oh, what's this? Let me just continue. Yeah. So they also give you a Microsoft 365 subscription, so you have access to those apps. Uske alawa, you also have Azure subscription, which is really important. And FYI, Azure is actually also used by US Department of Defense as their cloud service provider. So it's reliable, it's very good. AWS, Azure, these are the ones who are mostly trending. So if you get this, so you'll have some idea of how to do some basic stuff on cloud. And again, like बहुत सारे sites मिलते रहते हैं. So some of the bugs, and I actively use Azure. तो मेरे कुछ deployments वगैरह थे, मैं सब इसी में करता था because free है, so I waste. All right. Importance किसको देना चाहिए, DSA और development? Yes, I think Tejas answered it correctly. Development, क्योंकि your development will highlight most of your resume. DSA is, like just required for a round, honestly. आपको बस वो स्टार्टिंग के राउंड में क्रैक करना है, बट उस राउंड तक पहुंचने के लिए यू हैव टू एंश्योर कि योर रिज्यूमे गेट शॉर्टलिस्टेड एंड यू गेट कॉल फॉर इंटरव्यू. वो कैसे मिलेगा? ऑफ कोर्स बाय हैविंग some good projects on your resume जो तुमको डेवलपमेंट से मिलेंगे. एंड सेकंड थिंग इज कि नेटवर्किंग, उससे आपको एंश्योर करना पड़ेगा कि आप लोगों को जाके रीच आउट कर रहे हो कि हे आई वांट I want an interview call here, or let's say I saw there's an opening at Hacker Rank and you work there, so can you please refer me as a coach? So yeah, development is I think most necessary. First year का तो देख लिया. So again, yeah, you don't have to strictly follow this. This is what I think is good to do, like year wise, but of course feel free to jump around and see whatever you want to do and not. So I'd say कि एक बार आप सेकंड ईयर में आ गए ना, तो स्टार्ट फाइंडिंग योर नीश. कि आपने फर्स्ट ईयर में ट्राई कर लिया थोड़ा सा वेब डेवलपमेंट, ऐप डेवलपमेंट, लेट्स से फ्लटर. मैंने भी पहले फर्स्ट ईयर में फ्लटर किया था. डॉक्टर एंजेला यूज कोर्स, इफ एनीवन नोज her. And I liked it for some time, but I knew कि I didn't find it much interesting, so फिर मैंने वो थोड़ा सा काम करके ड्रॉप कर दिया था. So similarly, like I would say कि just explore. को जो भी पसंद आ रहा है, अगर कुछ भी नहीं पसंद आ रहा, एक चीज उठाओ, try to learn it, see if you like it, good, or like just skip and try something else. So find your niche that okay, you like this, let's say web development, तो उसके अच्छे projects बनाओ. Then also have a very good circle जिनके साथ you can participate in hackathons. So have a like community of like-minded people, और तुम्हारे अच्छे दोस्त जिनके साथ, let's say if you are good in front end, तुम्हारे दोस्त को backend आना चाहिए, किसी को let's say ML आना चाहिए या किसी को आना चाहिए. ऐसा मस्त तीनों चारों का ग्रुप बनाओ and just go on hackathons. And with this, you'll have to ensure कि जो भी तुम्हारे पास skills है, अभी skills कैसे आ गए क्योंकि तुमने honed किया उनको, you tried different things, you know what works best. So with the skills you have, then you start applying for internship. अभी internship कैसे मिलेंगी, what do you have to try होते हैं उसके ऊपर. But mostly when you have these things, like when you have proper like when you have some good experience in making projects, या फिर आपके resume में it shows कि you participated in some hackathons. If you won, that's good. अगर टॉप 10 में भी आए then it's wonderful, write it like that. But अगर participate भी किया and you don't have much things to write in your resume, आप ये लिख सकते हैं. So this is how your resume would be little bit different than your peers at your college or whatever. एंड एक मैंने चीज ऐड कर दिया कि अगर सेकेंड ईयर है एंड यू हैव कंफर्म कि आपको फर्दर एजुकेशन करना है अब्रॉड, देन इंस्टेड ऑफ लाइक डेवलपमेंट इंटर्नशिप्स यू स्टार्ट फाइंडिंग रिसर्च इंटर्नशिप्स एंड धीरे धीरे स्टार्ट कर सकते हो टू शॉर्टलिस्ट द प्रोग्राम्स एंड यूनिवर्सिटीज यू वांट टू डू अप्लाई टू. तो इसके लिए यू जस्ट रेफर टू all the rankings like csrankings.org है. Then there's also QS rankings. तो उससे you'll see rankings of different universities and कोई भी programs वगैरह है उनके पास apply करने के लिए. And if it's necessary, this again will depend university by university, but GRE वगैरह अगर चाहिए होगा so I'd say prepare and try to give it by the end of the second year. क्योंकि its result will be valid for 5 years. So you have plenty of time to apply. And अगर fail भी कर दिया तो you can give a uh, attempt again. But अगर इसी में अच्छा score आ गया, so you don't have to worry about it later on. So पहले ही करके you can just end it, just to make your burden a bit easier. Now we'll talk about how to get any internship. सो ऐसे कोई देयर इज नो हार्ड फॉर्मूला कि आप ये करो या फिर आप ये मंत्र बोलो या आप नींबू मिर्ची काट के अपने दरवाजे के ऊपर लगाओ एंड विल गेट इंटर्नशिप. ऐसे कुछ भी नहीं है अनफॉर्चुनेटली दैट आई कैन टेल यू. It's different for everyone, and mostly, like sometimes it's luck, and most of the times it's the hard work that you do. So जो आपको करना है, that's just this. First thing, showcase your work. आपके जो भी प्रोजेक्ट्स है या फिर आपके आपके जो भी इंटरेस्ट है, आपने जो भी हैकाथॉन्स में पार्ट किया होगा, जो भी आपने लिया होगा, you don't need like you just have to showcase that hey you have done this. थोड़ा सा brag करो, थोड़ा सा sell करो कि you have done something that's different from your college work. You have to ensure that you showcase this in your resume. Also, don't say that you know just this language. Like let's say you just know web development. Don't just write that as hey I know web development, I know cloud. कैसे पता? मैंने बोला ना, है तो है. It's not like that. तो rather than just saying, prove it कि आपने अगर लिख दिया है कि I know web development तो जाके उसके प्रोजेक्ट्स दिखाओ. So make a good project, वो वहाँ पे दिखा दो. And then just say कि hey I know this because I made this project. ये उसका लिंक भी है. Just give a clickable link in your resume. तो किसी को जाके कोई अगर जाके वहाँ पे देखना है तो देख भी सकते हैं. अगर ML एप्लीकेशन है, ML ऐप से तो जाओ उनको डिप्लॉय करो. अगर फ्लटर ऐप से तो अभी उसको वेब का भी डिप्लॉयमेंट ऑप्शन है या फिर कहीं पे एपीके स्टोर करके उसकी लिंक शेयर करो. सी देयर इज टन्स ऑफ पॉसिबिलिटीज दैट यू कैन डू. But just make sure you have one project, at least one project, a very good project, based on the skills that you write in your resume. बस इतना most important. इतना is necessary on your side, on your resume, like development wise. अभी इसके अलावा, as I mentioned, and I'm gonna mention it again and again, networking is very, 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 very important. Specifically, if you wanna get a job. Research के लिए, not so much, but job के लिए या फिर your for like your last sem internship के लिए, networking is important because that's how you're gonna get your calls for interviews. So connect with people uh, who are already working in companies. And ये लोग कहाँ पे मिलेंगे? ये ऐसे टेक इवेंट्स में मिलेंगे. आई थिंक रिएक्ट कॉन्फ्रेंस वगैरह भी होता है गोवा में और समथिंग. इट मे बी कॉस्टली बट वो या फिर उसके अल्टरनेटिव्स एंड इवन लाइक लोकली नागपुर वगैरह में भी अगर कोई टेक कॉन्फ्रेंसेस या वैसे कुछ हो रहा होगा, I would say ensure to attend those and just say hi to 5-10 people and see what they do, where do they work, and connect with them on LinkedIn. As a just ensure कि they know that you met. So क्या होगा? Even if you connect them on event day, and अगर आप 2 साल बाद भी जाओगे ना, you can just say, hey, remember we met there, and then now I see there's a job opening in your company. Can you please refer me? This can work. And research के लिए, research internships you'll have to do when you have ensured कि you have to do further education after like directly after graduating from college. So for research internships, so you'll have to cold email professors asking for a remote internship. अभी cold email क्या है, कैसे करते हैं? Don't worry, I have one example for you. So this is the template or this is the email that I used to write. जो मैंने दो इंटर्नशिप्स किए थे, वन एट यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ कैम्ब्रिज एंड अनदर वन एट यूसीएसडी। तो मैं ऐसे ही कुछ लिख के भेजता था उनको, एंड ट्राई टू एंश्योर कि आप ऐसे सेपरेट आउट कर दो, आप कौन हो, व्हाट्स द ऑब्जेक्टिव फॉर दिस मेल, एंड योर एक्सपीरियंस एंड प्रोजेक्ट्स दैट यू हैव डन, because professors are very 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 lazy and they get like thousands of emails in one day. So you have to ensure कि अगर उन्होंने email आपको खोल भी लिया है, so they should clearly see your objective, and if they have a position, then they can reply and reach out to you.
जी
So yeah, so if you have to do research internships, this is one of the templates that you can follow. अगर आपको चाहिए, I can send it to you if you ask me to, but like I'd say image में देख लो and just get a basic idea of this. And इसी के साथ do ensure to attach your resume and your transcript. Resume is important. Transcripts is like optional, but I'd say just keep it. Doesn't hurt to add an extra attachment. सो आई थिंक अभी बेसिक आइडिया आ गया है कि एसडी इंटर्न कैसे क्रैक करना है, रिसर्च इंटर्न कैसे क्रैक करना है। अपना टाइम मिला तो आई टेल हाउ आई गॉट माय रोल्स, जो भी मैंने प्रीवियसली किए थे, बट या इट्स मोस्टली दिस। ओके, 2 साल तो निकल गए, तीसरे साल क्या करें? तो फिफ्थ सेम में अभी जा रहे हैं सम पीपल, सो दैट्स गुड। तो अभी व्हाट यू कैन डू, मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंटली गेट इंटर्नशिप्स एंड गेन सम एक्सपीरियंस। अगर छोटी से छोटी खराब से खराब इंटर्नशिप भी क्यों ना हो, अनपेड भी क्यों ना हो, हाँ, बट डोंट डू द इंटर्नशिप्स इन विच यू हैव टू पे देम, वो तो स्कैम है, इट्स अ क्लियर स्कैम, डोंट डू इंटर्नशिप्स जहाँ पे यू नो फॉर श्योर दैट द कंपनी इज वेरीफाइड, जहाँ पे तुमको सीखने के लिए कुछ मिलेगा और यू कैन कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट इन सम वे, or like even if it's a startup, let's say, and you developed something, so they are, like let's say a new startup, so they can't pay you, that's okay. But अगर उनके website पे या कहीं पे दिख गया your work, so that's a big thing. Just add it on your resume कि hey, you work here, you help them do XYZ, and उसके वजह से like that company, uh, like it's going good for you because of the contribution that you did for the other person. So third year I would say just like try to gain some experiences. This is not again the final internship या फिर college वाला internship. That's in fourth year, right? तो वहां तक पहुंचने के लिए just do a very basic or like any kind of internship or experience that helps you add to your resume, and उससे the HRs or the people recruiting you, they'll have like they'll feel something कि, hey, this person knows how to do XYZ because he has worked in this known or unknown company, so he might have some experience. ऐसे. That's why it's really important, even if it's recognized or not, but try to add that on your resume. And again, I'll say this, you have to ensure you do lots of projects. If not lots, at least have 2 to 3 good projects. One is good, two is great, three is perfect, like good enough. मेरे भी resume में I have like 3 projects which are good, and I justify them saying कि मैंने वो hackathons में डाले थे, these projects won hackathons, so that's how I know they are good. So you can do like that. एक project बना लो, try to put it in hackathon, and just see if you win or not. अगर top 10 में भी आए, top 5 में भी आए, तो I think that's pretty good evidence कि you have made something that's useful. And you can also put it in your resume that you are in top 5 teams or top 10 teams. Again, networking, तो public speaking वगैरह try कर सकते हो, and job चाहिए, so from third year I would say, अगर like if you are targeting off campus jobs, so first round is definitely going to be DSA. तो उसके लिए try to start practicing DSA, let it be on lead code, and Stiver's SD sheet is very good, so you can refer to this. And agar you're trying to move abroad, then focus on getting some good recommendation letters. So remember, we had some 3 recommendation letters that you have to send out. अब वो कैसे भेजेंगे, उसके लिए you have to do the research internships. That's the only reason and the very good reason to do research internships. क्योंकि while applying for further education, you need LOS. LOS कैसे मिलेंगे? Do some research internships under some good professors. And at the end of your work, या फिर once you have made very good progress, just tell them, hey, you want to apply here, so can you give me a good recommendation letter? And they'll do that. So you can do this in your college years, and consider if you're moving, like if you're doing job for 3, 4 years and then trying to apply again. But if you have done this you know, when you were a student. So that works as well. Go back to the professor, say, hey, remember I did an internship under you 2, 3 years ago, and we had this project together. So can you please write a recommendation for me because I'm applying here? So that works as well. And when you reach in the sixth semester, try to give the English exam, that's IELTS or TOEFL, जो भी लगती होगी, along with GRE, जो necessary हो भी सकती है या नहीं भी, because seventh sem is when you are going to apply for any position. And then again, you have to ensure कि you have a draft of your SOP and try to get interview. Okay, we have a question from Tejas. Okay, that's more of a statement that yeah, I can review your resumes, but I don't know if we can do this in meeting. So we'll have to confirm this from the team of IEEE. But what I would say is, hey, just like reach out to me on LinkedIn or anywhere, and like just send it over to me there, and I'll be happy to help you. That's not a problem. Okay. So yeah, third year mostly try to get these things done. And by fourth year, that's seventh sem, then you'll have to apply for your dream roles. Because I'm not sure now, but probably it might or might not be compulsory that you do your internship in eighth sem or seventh sem. So you have to plan accordingly. That if you have to do an internship in like seventh sem, then you have to start applying for those 6 months role in the semester before it. So seventh में करना होगा तो sixth and eighth में intern करना होगा तो seventh में. So start applying. Use your networks that you have created until now. Even if it's not there, then the last option, which still works, is just reach out to random people. Say, hey, I know you work here. I am applying for this position. Can you please refer me? That also works. And why they do this is because like sometimes they can help you because even they get some incentive if they have helped anyone get placed. So it's a win-win situation for both of them. So generally this works as well if you don't have networks. Networks is good because you know for sure that they are gonna for you, right? But even if uh, you don't have networks, it's okay. That's the final option you can just reach out. Once you apply on LinkedIn jobs or anywhere else, also ensure to see people who are already working there and just connect with them, tell them, hey, you're applying for this position, can you please refer me? This is a very important step that most people don't do, and that's why they don't get interview calls. So you have to ensure you do this most of the times, if not every time. And finally, अगर college का placement season है and internships है, which probably be null given the current stage, but I think आते होंगे. I don't know the market situation right now, honestly. But जैसे भी है, I think they'll force you to do some aptitude and some exercises. So do ensure that you do that because aptitude वगैरह से is how you get placed on our campus. So you have to do these things in your seventh semester. That's when the college placement season officially starts. And then finally, your college application deadlines, if you are applying uh, abroad, they will be in the December of your seventh semester. So you have to ensure that you do all your college application things in the seventh sem. And I think if you are doing an intern in eighth sem, then it's just internship and chill. Or maybe if you have not found your dream role yet, or if you have found but you want better package, then probably you can apply there. But I think eighth semester is more chill. So even if you are applying for like further education, so this is the time that you'll get results of acceptance or rejection. So if that पता चल गया what you're gonna do, then I think it's pretty simple. So these are all the things from my side, and yeah, regarding your career and whatnot. If you have any questions, you can always feel free to DM me personally or write it here. I'd be happy to answer you. I still have one or two more things I'll like to clarify. But till then, until here, do you have any questions? How to get a research internship or how to get a SD internship? Why do you need a research internship? कुछ भी होगा, just feel free to ask me in the chat or like later on DM me. So yeah, I'll again share this PPT with you. But finally, important thing to say or know The first thing is to ask the question. It seems very basic, it seems very stupid, but this is a very important skill that you should know. नहीं तो you're not honestly gonna get a job or reply from anyone. क्या होता है? Some people just say hi, then wait for their reply. How are you? Then you'll say खाना खाया क्या or something like that. So people are not interested in this. So see here, don't do this. Say hi, then wait for their reply, and then say what time you have the meeting, something like this. Instead, directly ask your questions. Even on LinkedIn, don't just go like hi and then wait for the guy's reply. They may or may not reply, and then say, "Can you refer me for this?" So most of the times, if you just write hi, they're gonna ignore you. But if you directly do this, hi, I want a referral here, XYZ, the chances are they'll see that message and they'll reply to you instantly. And they like anyone professionally, I don't think they like this. So there's also websites based on this. There's this nohello.net, and this I actually this was also, even I didn't know this. I didn't used to do it, but I didn't know like this was very needed or this was such a big deal. But this was taught to us from like in HackerRank on our very first onboarding call by the city of Atharva. So this actually is really important, and everyone should know it, uh, and they should really focus on this. So, and also, second thing is don't ask too label questions. Just say, "Hey, I saw you are a Microsoft Love Student Ambassador. What is it?" Don't do like this. So they'll be like, "I don't have that much time to explain what this is. You can just Google and, like you'll have some basic idea." What you can do instead is first Google it. Say, hey, I did my research on ML, like Microsoft Launch Student Ambassador. I found that here I can apply here and there. But do you have any specific advice that you can give to me? Or I am having a hard time trying to answer this question. If you frame it like this, then they'll know what you exactly need from the people and they'll reply you. Otherwise, if you again do, hey, how are you? Then they won't reply you. Just a basic messaging now, which is I think really important, and that's why I added this in my slide. And yeah, this is the conclusion of my talk. I'll copy this link here. So this has all the information or all the places that on which you can connect with me. So feel free to connect with me on whatever platforms are available there. And yeah, I conclude my presentation here. Thank you so much for hearing and asking your questions. I think we have one more question. First, we have to go for upskilling our skills and then apply for internships or what we suggest. Yes, that's exactly what you have to do. So that's why I mentioned in your first sem or your first year and second year, try to see what you like. Do you like web development, app development, machine learning, cybersecurity, whatever you like? Try to find your niche or your expertise or something that you really like. You gain your experience in that, build some projects, and then once you have those projects, put them on your resume and start applying for internships. Because that's how like people will see that you really have the skill, and they'll come like they'll apply for your interviews, or like they'll apply for your application and you'll get interviews and placements. But don't be stuck there. Don't just say that, hey, I want to make sure that I'm really good in web development, so I just wait until my final semester to apply for internship. Don't do that. That's worse. So what you have to do is you have to find a balance. See, hey, I've made at least one or two good projects, so I think this is the right time to apply for internship. It should be parallel. You should start learning, and while learning, you'll also, like, once you have a pretty good knowledge, I'd say, let's say, keep it like 10 to 20%, that hey, you can make a basic website or you can do a basic app development, then start applying for internships, even if you have a decent project. Okay. What is the probability of being selected in summer research internships abroad? Huge probability, but again, like so it depends. If you're referring to the official programs which allow you to go there remotely and work, they are seriously competitive because again, they don't recognize IIT Himna. So you might as well get it or not. It might be a bit luck factor. But if you're talking about directly internships or directly reaching out to professors, then there's high probability. But it's a very tiring process. So one in 100 professors will reply to your email, and it might be a rejection. It's that bad because professors get tons of emails. So unofficially, there's a good chance they'll get some internships. But for official programs, I think there's a Canadian program. I forgot the name. Oh, it's MyTax, MITACS. So this is the program that is hosted by some universities in Canada, and lots of students from actually our universities have been selected for this summer internship program. This is a research internship in Canada. I think it's full expenses paid, and they allow for you to visit for Canada 2 to 3 or like for 2 3 months. They'll give you internship experience and they'll send you back to India. So these are actually a really good programs. Try to apply for these. You may or may not get selected, but don't worry about this. The key is to apply. Let it be jobs or let it be your internships. Let it be your hackathons. Just keep on applying and keep on grinding. You'll get success somewhere. How to deal with college assignments and studies. You'll always have to find balance. So I'd say we had an unfair advantage our batch, especially that we were COVID batch. So no one cared about assignments and studies at all. Kind of. I mean, we didn't focus on it that much, honestly. You'll always have to find balance. You have to ensure that you give decent enough submission so you don't have to worry about it too much and you get good marks. Your marks, if you have like above 9, so do your marks matter? This is also a common question. So a little bit, if you are applying, let's say for GATE or for further education, and it does not if you are applying for jobs, but you'll of course have to maintain something that looks good. So probably something 8 or 9 is good enough. So ensure that you get this CGPA and you don't have to worry too much about assignments so that you can, give your extra time to do these things that I mentioned in my slides. Okay, so does 1 month virtual internship like Code Soft Intern, Bharat Intern hold any value? I don't know what these are honestly. But they just says he knows and he has like 8 of them. That's good. Uh, I don't know what these are, but probably not if it's very easy to get into. I don't know honestly what these are. Sorry. Do we have any more questions? How can maintain a balance between academics and projects in terms of part-time? Yeah, honestly, it's a very big deal. Like it's kind of stressful, honestly. But there's again a specific formula that works for everyone. So I'd say the best thing is just try to submit or do decent enough job in your academics and focus more on these things. Because see, your academics will only define you, like only define your CGPA, nothing else. And CGPA, no one actually really cares about that. Okay, so try to do these things that I mentioned here because these will ensure what your future is gonna be anywhere. So try to give, try to think of the balance in this way that you don't have to worry too much about assignments, but try to turn them on time and maintain a good GPA, but focus more on your development or your career growth. Are AICT internships helpful? I think so. It's that portal, right? AICT has some internship portal and their companies post that their internships and students apply. I think so. Like if they are good companies and yeah, like if you get a good experience, then they should be helpful. Approach to make a full stack project. Okay, I've not done full stack development honestly. Uh, I don't know how to ask, but I've actually deployed some ML apps online. So if that, I don't think the timeline is very same for this. But what I used to do is I used to develop some ML model, and then I just quickly learned Flask because it's very easy backend to integrate with Python. Of course, ML model is gonna be Python, so I used to do lots of TensorFlow. So I exported the project in TensorFlow, then I learned Flask just to deploy it, and I deployed this Flask web app on Microsoft Azure. And because like to even to deploy the Flask app, I need some good enough front end, so I did that too. ओके एआईएमएल के लिए कोई रिसोर्सेस नहीं मिले अरे एआईएमएल इज द लाइक I'd say एआईएमएल के लिए तो बहुत सारे रिसोर्सेस है from where I learned was Coursera. You know the Coursera trick, right? Coursera पे बस जाओ and apply for financial aid and then you'll get the course for free and certificate भी अच्छा है. No one cares about the certificate, but ठीक है ऐसी मतलब at least आपके LinkedIn पे डालने के लिए it's good enough. So do you guys know the trick of Coursera? If not, it's just a like easy thing. So let's say you want to learn machine learning. So do machine learning. uh, let's say yeah, this machine learning by Andrew NG, and यहाँ पे you'll see the option financial aid. बस बोल दो you're very poor, etc. You don't have money. आपके काम निकली है आप हॉकी के बदले वाले खिलाड़ी हो doesn't matter. They just give out the financial aid to students. So एक document बना लो with the answers and just use it everywhere. That's what I used to do. वो लग जाता है. I don't think they do the checking that harshly. So yeah, I mean, they have good resources on Coursera only. Coursera के दो तीन कर लो. The ones that I did was Stanford machine learning, and I did some TensorFlow professional certificate or something. It had like 3 4 courses, and it gave a very good idea of TensorFlow. So yeah, that's what I did for AML. उसके अलावा yeah, what's there? I know for Flutter, so Flutter के लिए there's this London app breviary या फिर Dr. Angela Yu Flutter ऐसे कुछ search कर लो. And similarly, इनके front end के भी courses है, so Dr. Angela Yu full stack development ऐसे कुछ search लो, search कर लो. So these are really good verified courses which give you a very good idea of these things. So these are like verified by lots of people and me कि ये अच्छे है, ये आपने कर लिया तो you'll get a good experience. All right. Any more questions? Hmm.
Guys, anyone have any question?
I don't think it will take that time. Like, maybe 3 4 months is more than enough to learn good ML. But like it's not like apne pad liya and you just know everything. You are an expert. Every learning, let it be front end or ML. So it's growth. So you can't learn everything obviously. So you have to learn step by step, slowly. All these technologies are developing. So TensorFlow has developed a lot. So something that you may know might not be working, like a few years after that. Uh, AI jobs. हाँ, okay, this is a big myth, like big myth कि अगर आपका साइबर सिक्योरिटी का कोर्स है या फिर क्या है सी एस विद स्पेशलाइजेशन इन एआई या फिर और जो भी आपके आई डोंट नो हंड्रेड्स एंड थाउजेंड्स ऑफ अभी डिग्रीज होंगे आपके कॉलेजेस में बट नहीं इनसे कुछ मैटर नहीं करता स्पेसिफिकली फॉर ऑन कैंपस जॉब आपको आपका कोई भी स्पेशलाइजेशन हो लेट इट बी बीटेक इन एआई बीटेक इन डेटा साइंस या साइबर सिक्योरिटी आपको एट द एंड जॉब तो लाइक सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपर की या फिर जो भी कंपनी में ओपनिंग होगी उसकी लगेगी सो ऑन कैंपस के लिए इट डजंट मैटर मच off campus it may matter if you have same experiences and it may not again if you have let's say btech in ai but you know front end very well so again उस case में it doesn't matter much at the end yeah it just depends where you're applying and that's all so on campus में तो obviously it's not helpful अभी on AI jobs में I'd say कि mostly like 90% of the things cases जहाँ पे मैंने देखा है these are available only for people with experience or people with higher degrees so people with masters in data science ऐसे कुछ study तो या फिर people with work experience, उनको generally AI के roles मिलते हैं ज़्यादा. Freshers, so I've not seen much unless I think what's that company? Converge AI probably they देगा Nagpur की company and probably they still have collaboration with GHRC. So say on paper they might give you some ML developer or something. I don't know how valuable that is in like, job market. But my take is that uh, as a freshie, it might be a bit hard to get a job. Uh, can a person do internship after graduation before job hunting? Is it necessary that internship to be done before graduating? So I don't think it matters much. Uh, Technically, like as per college, you have to do at least one internship while you are enrolled for the course. So 6 months internship in seventh, eighth semester, you have grades on that, or you have what's it called, like 12 credits on that. But uske alawa, even if you don't get a job or even if you want to pursue internship after that, then it's not a problem. You can do it anytime you want. Yeah, so even after graduating, you can do internships anytime. But it's like, why do you want to do an internship if you can just directly apply for a job? If you're not getting a job and you got an internship, then yes, you can accept it and you can join as an intern. Uh, but it doesn't necessarily meet. Uh, okay, approaches to hunt internships or platforms. Okay, research internships, go for university websites, see professors, full-time professors who work there, copy their email and just send it. Hey, I want to do internship here. Can you please help me XYZ? Or for development internships, just like I think LinkedIn Jobs is best. LinkedIn Jobs has worked for the internships that I got, HackerRank and PMP. So LinkedIn Jobs, see there's an opening, apply on their apply on LinkedIn or apply on the official website, and then an extra step, just reach out to your connections or reach out to random people and ask them for referral if there are any. So again, the catch here is probably for internships, there may not be much of a referral system. Full-time ke liye is definitely there, but internship ke liye the referral system might not be there or might not be strong. But in these cases, what you can do is you can also message the managers who are hiring for these roles. So sometimes it's available on LinkedIn, or sometimes you can just Google and find कि कौन से team में opening है and just message the manager कि I want internship here. Okay, I how did I get HackerRank internship? So HackerRank opens their internship program, like I don't know, in April or maybe February. I forgot the exact timeline. But all I did was I found the internship on LinkedIn. I applied there. I didn't do much of networking then. I could have texted them and asked anyone for referral or something. This was my POV. I'll also tell you someone else's. So for in my situation, what happened was I just applied on LinkedIn. I got a call from their HR saying they have opening. They think my resume is good, so they automatically shortlisted the resume, and then I got two technical rounds, one actual round, and something. And yeah, I got selected. One interesting thing about them is their resume shortlisting is done by their CTO, Hari. So you have to ensure your resume is good. So in my case, like until I got the HackerEgg internship, I had won some good hackathons and I had some good projects. So I think that was good enough for them, considering the reason to come. Also, second option is the networking part. So there's a guy Uzair Ali. He was an internet hacker with me. So he got there by networking. He was already working somewhere, or I think, studies in Bangalore, or he was in Bangalore for some reason. And there was an event happening of HackerRank and Cred somewhere in Bangalore. So he went there, he networked with the people, and he saw who's hiring at HackerRank. And I think even Hari was there, the CTO of HackerRank. So he just directly approached him and said, "Hey, I have this experiences. I saw you have opening. Can you, like select me, or can you at least give me an interview chance?" And he got it. So that's how he got it. This is one of the ways that you can approach. That's why I told you that networking is important. Topics asked in HackerRank. Oh, okay. So, yeah. So initially it was just resume shortlisting, either let it be by networking or like officially like recruitment for me. Then I had a basic introductory call with HR on phone only, not a video call. And they just asked me what my future aspiration is and what I did previously and just questions here and there. So then I had my first interview with a senior engineering manager, something at 39. He doesn't work at 39 anymore. So yeah, I had that, and it wasn't a DS, like it wasn't a DS around. So what I did was when I was shortlisted, I started reaching out to previous interns, and I asked them what questions are getting asked in the interview, and they told me that it's not about like it's not DSA or it's not anything, but it's mostly on your resume. So I knew this was gonna happen, so that's why I prepared everything from my resume, whatever projects I had, whatever skills I had, and I created a short PPT of my projects and the work I did. And I kept that ready, and the questions were mostly related to my like my resume, my project. So, for example, if I use SQL, then hey, why I use SQL, not SQL, or like not no SQL, something like that. So they just deep on your projects and why and what you did. So that happened for the interview rounds at HackerRank, and then I got admitted. Oh, too much nostalgia in one call. All right, what next? Probably we can wait for, I don't know, like 2 minutes, see if you have any more questions. If not, then probably we may end this session. I'll post this here again just in case you guys need it. Uh, so if you guys want to reach out to me, just go on this link and connect with me on LinkedIn or whatever. So I'm mostly active on LinkedIn and I don't use Twitter or X as much. Job with Flutter. Yeah, obviously. My first internship was as a developer in Flutter. So a senior from our college, like from GHRCE College of Engineering, was trying to build a startup, and he wanted a Flutter application. So he knew that I was working in Flutter, so he gave me the opportunity, and he also paid for it. It wasn't much, like it was probably 2,000 for a month, but hey, it's a very good start, right? It's at least better than like working for free. So yeah, like there are options. Just showcase your work, let people know that you're good in Flutter, and you may reach out to people, or people will reach out to you eventually and have an offer.
Guys, anyone have any question? I guess no. So let's conclude this session. So,
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for having me. And yeah, have a
so
good day.
thank you, Atharva sir, for your amazing session. Uh, Definitely, we learn a lot today related to internship and higher studies. Like your experience is very amazing. It inspires us a lot as you are from our college, and yeah, you are an inspiration, really.
No problem. And I'm really sorry to interrupt, but for you and everyone else, you all know that I am your senior, so just don't sir me. Just call me Bhaiya, that's okay, or just call me my name.
Okay. Uh,
Yeah.
okay.
Mm.
So I request all, if possible, please turn on your camera for a quick, beautiful group picture. Don't be hesitate. Just turn on your camera. Actually, my camera is not working. Uh,
Oh my God, I mean, do I really have to now? That's better.
Possible, yeah.
No, no, just give me a second.
Yeah. Looking handsome.
अरे हाँ, thank you.
Okay. So smile. नहीं यार फ्लर्ट कहाँ जो सच है वो
अरे
सच है
रोमांस है ब्रो, रोमांस है, चलता है.
क्या हैंडसम चेहरे बाप रे yeah. Thank you. So now I request Mr. Sarang Poche for vote of thanks. Sarang?
Good evening to all of you. As we conduct the first day of our Forage Our Your Future, Discover Apply through Research and Internship Synergy workshop, I would like to extend our sincere gratitude to everyone involved in making today's a success. First and foremost, a big thanks you to our esteemed speaker, Atharva Khedkar, your insightful session on internship success strategies, drawing from your rich experience as an intern at Hacker Rank and as a PhD graduate research instance at Azion State University, has undoubtedly provided our participant with valuable tools and perspectives. Your practical tips and inspiring journey have been incredibly motivating and educational. We also extend our heartfelt thanks to IEEE CISSBC for organizing this wonderful event. Your dedication to creating opportunities for learning and professional development is truly commendable. To all the participants, thank you for your active involvement and enthusiasm. Your engagement and question have enriched the session and made it even more interactive and beneficial. Last but not least, our gratitude goes to the organizing team whose hard work and meticulous planning ensure a smooth and successful day. Your effort behind the scenes and deeply appreciated. We look forward to seeing you all tomorrow for another enriching session on mastering research work. Thank you once again and have a great evening. Warm regards, Sarang Kosge, Exicom IEEE CISSB.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining. See you soon, and we will let me know if you have any questions offline. So thanks a lot. I'll be talking about.
This meeting is now officially concluded, so I request participants